Raise your glass, remember who you are, and join the Brotherhood.
On a chain of rusted steel, a bit of ancient magic that is terrifyingly real. It wasn't made by blacksmiths and it wasn't made for prayer, but to wake the sleeping spirit and to banish all despair. The room was cold and quiet and the spirits stay were low. The fire in the chimney had forgotten how to glow, but the landlord grabbed the hammer and he swung it with a roar, and he hit the copper dragon till it shook the very floor. The first ring brought the lightning, the second brought the heat. The fair was in to shiver from the fingers to the feet. The water in the pitcher turns to amber and to gold, the finest bloody whiskey that the world has ever hold. Suddenly the cripple was a-dancing on the bar, and the blind man saw the glimmer of the lucky Irish star. Was dangling in the mountain and more faster than the light, as the magic of the ring turns the morning into night. The bell, break, let's roll. Stories and the legends. And the walls are made of flame, and we've forgotten every worry, and we've forgotten every name. We're brothers of the lightning and we're sisters of the storm, keeping every heart inside us ever beating, never warm. So if the world is heavy and your luck is looking thin, just find the secret tavern where the raid have gotta win. Wait for the tipple echo and the shaking of the ground, and you'll find the greatest glory that was ever to be found. One for the spirit, two for the light, three for the magic in the middle of the night. Strike it again. And rain. He had a rusty bicycle that caused him many a pain. He went into his garden shed with a wrench and a design, and built a secret motor that was truly purely divine. He didn't use the gasoline, he didn't use the coal. He found a better fuel for to satisfy his soul. He poured a pint of extra stout into the silver tank, and started up the engine with a heavy metal crank. The motor gave a happy burp and started for the hum. It sounded like a piper and it sounded like a drum. Mickey hopped upon the seat and flew across the grass, leaving clouds of barley smoke for every anarchy, nothing's gonna stop me spree. Oh, it's the stout-powered engine on a bicycle for two. It's the greatest bloody wonder that the county ever knew. With the foam upon the piston and the bubbles in the gear, we're riding on the rhythm of a barrel full of beer. The local sergeant chased him in his heavy police car, but Mickey's bike was faster than a falling shooting star. He took a corner on the wheel and shouted with a grin, "You'll never catch a motor that is fueled by Murphy's tin." But when the tank is getting low and speed begins to fail, he pulls into the nearest pub to find a drop of ale. He shares a pint with his machine, and then he's on his way, the king of all the open roads until the end of day. One for the rider, one for the bike. Travel any road you like. Faster, faster, faster. Oh, it's a stout-powered engine on a bicycle for two. It's the greatest bloody wonder that the county ever knew. With the foam upon the piston and the bubbles in the gear, we're riding on the rhythm of a barrel full of beer. Ride it fast, make it last. The fastest pint is driving past. Across the salt and stormy sea, with a suitcase made of hide, with nothing but a restless soul and debit Irish pride, I walked the streets of New York town and seen the Sydney sun, but the journey to me father's house is never truly done. The skyline here is made of steel, the air is thick and grey, and I miss the smell of burning peat at the closing of the day. But when I find a wooden door with a clover on the glass, I feel the spirit of the north and watch the shadows pass. We're scattered to the four-way winds like seeds upon the field, but the metal of an Irish heart will never ever yield. We've built the bridges, laid the tracks, and raised the city tall, but the mountains of the Wicklow Hills are calling to us all. So fill the glass with whiskey, boys, and fill the heart with light. We're going back to Donegal in our dreams tonight. It doesn't matter where you stand or where you lay your head, as long as you remember every word your mother said. Far away, but close in soul, keep the green inside the road. Oh, here's to the land that we carry in our breast, from the rocky shores of Antrim to the beauty of the west. Though an ocean lies between us and the home we long to see, we're the sons of the emerald, and will always, always be. Always be. I look around this table now at faces just like mine, and I see the map of Ireland in every silver line. We're brothers of the distance, we're the exiles of the foam, but as long as we are singing, boys, we're halfway back to home. So raise the flag of green and gold and let the pipes begin to drown the lonely silence and to wash away the sin. For the road is long and weary, but the fire's burning bright in every Irish tavern on a Saturday night across the sea. of Antrim to the beauty of the West. Though an ocean lies between us and the home we long to see, we're the sons of the Emerald, and we'll always, always be. Always be. To the sea, the land that sets us free. On the rise, I see the weary shadows in 1,000 tired eyes. But when I walk through Murphy's door and see your ugly face, I know I've found the heart and soul of every sacred place. We've climbed the highest mountains and we've fallen in the ditch. We've been as poor as beggars and we've felt like we were rich. But gold is just a yellow stone that's heavy in the hand, compared to heaven, brothers, who will always take a stand. Pull a chair up closer now and let the stories flow of all the crazy nights we had 12 years ago. The time we stole the sergeant's hat and sang beneath the moon, and how we danced until the dawn to every rebel tune. Your pockets might be empty, boys, and mine are surely bare, but we've a wealth of laughter that we're always proud to share. For life is just a stormy sea where ships are often tossed, but with a friend to hold the line, you're never truly lost. So raise them high and drain them dry. We'll keep the fire in the eye. Oh, here's to the friendship that is stronger than the oak, to the brothers of the spirit and the rowdy rebel folk. With a pint of creamy Guinness and a song to lead the way, we'll banish every shadow and we'll celebrate the day. When time has turned our hair to white and slowed our dancing feet, we'll still be sitting in this bar, the bitter and the sweet. We'll talk about the glory days and toast the ones who've gone, and pass the flame of brotherhood to keep it burning on. For a man is not a mountain, no, he cannot stand alone. He needs a friendly shoulder and a place to call his own. So here's to you and here's to me and here's to all the rest of all the rowdy rascals, boys, you truly are the best. Through the thick and through the thin, open up and let us in. One last round. Oh, here's to the friendship that is stronger than the oak, to the brothers of the spirit and the rowdy rebel folk. With a pint of creamy Guinness and a song to lead the way, we'll banish every shadow and we'll celebrate the day. To the last, to the last, to the glass, to the last. Let the lonely shadows pass. To the glass, to the last, to the glass, to the last. Let the lonely shadows pass. would break a modern man. The greatest bit of dancing since the history began. Break the stone, find the bone. The master's on his throne. Oh, it's the magic in the bagpipes, it's the fire in the reed. It's the only kind of rhythm that a hero's gonna need. With the stone upon the floor and the spirit in the sky, we're gonna keep on dancing till the oceans all run dry. Hey! Now the statue's in the middle and he's leading of the line, drinking of the whiskey and the supernatural wine. The floor is shedding splinters and the rafters are in fear as he dances out the rhythm of a long-forgotten year. So if you feel a shiver when the piper starts to blow, and you see a shadow moving that is heavy and is slow, don't you run for cover and don't you hide away in fright. It's just the stone beginning for to dance away the night. He mass stops, right foot, give the hero plenty room. Dancing pipes, plenty room. Dancing room. It's the fire in the reed. It's the only kind of rhythm that a hero's gonna need. With the stone upon the floor and the spirit in the sky, we're gonna keep on dancing till the oceans all run dry. He's alive. Never walk alone. He's alive. Never gentle soul and kind, but she ate some mops behind the barn and nearly lost her mind. She didn't move, she didn't low, she didn't make a peep until she opened up her mouth while everyone's asleep. Out came a sound so deep and dark, it rattled all the glass. It sounded like a thundercloud rolling through the grass. It wasn't high, it wasn't sweet, it wasn't thin or small. It was the deepest bassman's voice inside the county hall. The local choir was practicing inside the parish rooms. They needed someone powerful to banish all the glooms. Belle walked in and took a stand beside the tenor boys and drowned out all the fiddles with her operatic noise. The priest, he dropped his prayer book and he stared in pure surprise to see a heifer singing hymns with fire in her eyes. She hit a note so low and long it shook the steeple down, and now she's the celebrity of every Irish town. Forget the soprano, forget the guitar, the cow is the biggest musical star. Oh, she's the bass singing cow with a voice like a drum. She makes the floor tremble and the windows all hum with a wag of her tail and a deep rolling sound. She's the heaviest singer that's ever been found. That's ever been found. Now Belle, she has a contract and she travels in a van. She's got a group of roadies and a fancy personal fan. She won't eat grass, she won't eat hay, she only wants the stout to keep her vocal billows strong and help the music out. So if you hear a rumbling that's coming from the field, don't think it's just a tractor or a broken garden yield. It's only Bella warming up ocean, low as the ground. The finest conductor that Belle ever found. Belle, 2, 3, drop the bass. 1, 2, 3, drop the bass. Like a drum, she makes the floor tremble and the windows all hum. With a wag of her tail and a deep rolling sound, she's the heaviest singer that's ever been found. She's a star, she's a queen, ain't nothing more that you've ever seen. She's a star, she's the queen, the deepest voice that you've ever seen. In the corner of the thirsty soul, the 601 in beast. He doesn't like the quiet man, he doesn't like him least. He's carved from stubborn mountain oak with a spirit of his own, the crankiest spirit of furniture that's ever yet been known. If you sit and tell a sorry tale of how your luck is dry, the stool will give a shiver and a very wicked eye. They'll kick his paw bad legs in air and toss you in the air. There's no room for a moaner on O'Malley's magic chair. But if you raise a glass of ale and sing a rowdy song, the stool will start to rattle and to bounce right all along. They'll get up around the sawdust floor like a pony in the field, with a wooden sword of loyalty that's never gonna yield. I saw a heavy sergeant try to tame and want to shout, but the stool he did a somersault and kicked the fellow out. Now we're riding on the furniture and racing around the bar, the fastest bunch of drinkers under every lucky star. Rock it up, kick it high, look to see it. Oh, it's a bar stool, the one that likes to jump. He'll give your weary bottom a very heavy fuck. Unless you got a melody and a fire in the soul, you gotta take a tumble and a very messy roll. So if you're looking for a seat to rest your tired bones, be careful of the wood that makes the funny little groans. Just keep the rhythm steady and just keep the spirit right, and you can ride that fast through the middle of the night. We're jumping over tables and we're jumping over gogs. We're faster than the lightning and we're thicker than the fogs. As long as there is music and a pint within the hand, it's the greatest one in stallion in the whole of Ireland. Left leg, right leg, everything is moving today. Grab the one. Stool, the one that likes to jump. They'll give your weary bottom a very heavy thump. Unless you've got a melody and a fire in the soul, you gotta take a tumble and a very messy roll. He's wild, he's wild, it's beating really good. Hey! 1, 2, 3, dance! They got the fire of the morning in the color of their hair, and a look that says be careful boy and handle me with care. From the rocky cliffs of Galway to the streets of Dublin town, you'll never find a lady who would let a spirit down. They can handle every tractor, they can handle every plough, with a sparkle in the eye and a clearing of the brow. But when the sun is sinking and the fiddle starts to play, they'll dance the very counter and she's pouring out the gin with a laugh that's like a melody and silver on her chin. She's seen 1,000 winters and she's seen 1,000 springs, and she knows the secret magic that a rowdy party brings. And the girls from County Kerry, they are spinning like a top with a rhythm in their ankles that you're never gonna stop. They're the heart of every kitchen and the soul of every bar, and they're shining in the darkness like a lucky western star. Grace in the step, steel in the heart. They've been the winners right from the start. Oh, here's to the daughters of the emerald and the green, the toughest and the fairest that the world has ever seen. With a song upon the lips and the whiskey in the hand, they're the real and only rulers of the holy Irish land. They don't need any diamonds and they don't need any lace to be the finest creatures of the entire human race. Just give them a good story and a circle for a dance, and they'll lead you on a journey of a lifetime and romance. So if you're lucky, brother, to be walking by your side, then treat her like a treasure and be swelling up with pride. For an Irish woman's loyalty is stronger than the stone, and she'll never let you wander in the hollow world alone. Spin around, lift her high, see the magic in her eye. 1, 2, 3, dance. Oh, here's to the daughters of the emerald and the green, the